vlog this week I have covered off downloading all your information from Square, and this can be a really useful exercise if you have set up your Square properly. So what do I mean by properly? Well, Square have a catalogue feature. They don't quite call it a catalogue, but that's how it works. You put in items, you put in modifiers, and then you can actually allocate those to categories. So then rather than processing a $20 credit card, $50 credit card, $75 credit card, whatever your item total is, you actually select the item you're selling. So sterling silver circle domed earrings in a medium size with a dangle top, and then it will tell me how much that item is, and it will record what the sale was for. So then at the end of the year, at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, whatever period I want to look at, Square will provide me that information of what sold, how many of them, where, so which markets, which days is something more popular on Saturday than a Sunday. That sort of information can be really helpful in your business. It can help you make production decisions. So should I make more of this? You can see what is and isn't selling. So if you know you've had something in stock for a long time, because you can actually use inventory management in Square, then you will be able to track that sort of information on what is selling. Now, my second major tip for Square is process your cash transactions through Square. Now, there's no charge on this. It is just a free recording, and it allows you to track all of your market sales in one place. So when it comes up for a payment option, you just hit cash, and then you enter the amount of cash the customer has given you. So if you've made a sale for $73.76 and the customer gives you $100, you will not need to do any calculations because you hit $100 and Square tells you exactly which change to give to the customer. It's just something, if you're busy and maths is not necessarily your strong suit, then it just takes that calculation away. You don't even have to think about it. Square will do that for you. And then the cash feature actually gets even more useful if you use an iPad, because you can have this feature called a cash draw. So effectively, at the beginning of the day, you enter into Square how much cash is in your float, and then at the end of the day, Square calculates all the cash payments that have come in, all the change you've given out to customers, and tells you what the amount should be at the end of the day. So it's that real quick check on, have you processed everything correctly? Did you maybe forget to process one of those sales that somebody paid in cash, or have you given somebody the wrong change somehow, or did you go and buy some lunch and use the cash from your float for that? So it is actually really useful to record all your information in the one place. And then at the end of the year, period, quarter, month, any of those, you can go into Square, and in the reporting, not even in the data download, Square will give you that total on how much income you've earned from markets, which is really useful to be able to know where your money is coming in. And then my last tip on Square, and this seems to be a popular option that's doing it the little bit of the rounds, of linking Square to Etsy. Now, do you want to be paying Etsy every time you make a sale at a market? Now, this is not just limited to what's in your Etsy shop. This is everything. So every time you make a sale at markets, you're going to get charged 20 cents by Etsy if that item isn't in your Etsy shop. And if it is, and it's not a sole single item, you will get charged 20 cents renewal. And if it's a one-off and there's a one quantity, only then will you not pay Etsy's 20 cents. So for me, it doesn't really make much sense. Like, I see people do it when their Etsy shop's really new and they've got no sales and that number says 0, and they find it really off-putting. And maybe, but honestly, once you've got over 20 sales in your Etsy shop, I don't think people really pay that much attention to it. I'd say they're more likely to pay attention to reviews and the star rating on reviews and what the reviews actually say than an actual quantity number on the total of sales you've made. So maybe right at the beginning of your Etsy career you might do that, but after that, honestly, I would seriously turn it off, because it's just going to cost you money in the long run, and I can't really see a benefit for it unless you sell literally one-of-a-kind items and your Etsy shop is popular and you're potentially going to sell that same item twice, But my alternative for you is to actually just pop your Etsy shop onto vacation mode for the day. Like, you're not at the market forever. Pop it onto vacation mode for the day, and then nobody can purchase from your Etsy shop for the day. And then you can update your inventory from the market. Now, that's not necessarily going to be ideal for everybody, but that is another option for you to overcome that selling something that's a one-off twice. Hope this has been useful, and I'll see you on the blog or on YouTube next week.